Welcome back to the Dubai Autodrome for round 3 of the UAE National Race Day Series. Following a very rainy event last time, this weekend the sun was back out and race fans flocked to the circuit to enjoy thrills both on the track and in the paddock. As well as the UAE National Race Day battles in the NGK Racing Series and Uae Sportbikes, the fans were treated to 2 rounds of the Radical Middle East Cup, as well as the Porsche GT3 Cup Middle East. But there's more to the Dubai Autodrome than just the racing. It's a great venue with plenty of attractions and hospitality on offer to make it a fun day out for the whole family. This weekend saw Porsche celebrating the 50th anniversary of their 911 model, and there was a fantastic display of cars for the fans to get up close, including the latest racing 911 GT3 and the Trans-Siberian rally-winning Porsche Cayenne. And it wasn't just the adults getting in on the action. But if race action was your thing, then you were really going to be spoiled for choice. The day kicked off with round 3 of the NGK Racing Series, and once again the field of competitors and cars was diverse. There are 3 classes in the NGK Racing Series. The 2-liter Turbo Class 1s, in which Seat Supercopa driver Kostas Papantonis and Opel Astra driver Brian McKinley dominate. The Class 2s, 1.6 to 2-liter 2-wheel drive machines featuring the likes of Rupesh Chanake and Jonathan Mullen in Honda Civics, and the Class 5s with GT3 class cars. Shannon Ward reigns supreme here on his KTM Crossbow. Another series is the Renault Clio Cup, led by Alex Anivas. They race alongside the Class 2 cars, but have their own championship. Unfortunately, this weekend, the Class 1 Seat of Kostas Papantonis was out of running with mechanical issues. So, in the good nature of the series, the Greek driver's friend and closest rival lent him his Opel Astra, and he took that out on track instead. Meanwhile, in Class 2, Jonathan Mullen put in a strong performance after a tough season last year, and for most of Race 1, he was right on the tail of Rupesh Chanake in the Lap 57 Honda. But he was also feeling the pressure from Abdullah Al-Hamadi in the second Lap 57 car. The Emirati had to settle for 3rd step of the podium in Race 1, but went one better in Race 2 when he managed to pass Mullen to come home 2nd in class behind double race winner Chanake. Alex Anivas had another great day out in the Renault Clio Cup, taking 2 wins and boosting his championship hopes.
I just wanted to put my head down and just drive as fast as I could. I opened the big margin. The guys at the pits were just instructing me to keep on a good pace, not overdo it, and control the difference, and this is what I did.
But on the day, it was the sole Class 5 KTM Crossbow of Shannon Ward which sealed victory in both races, and also gave the fans a flying glimpse of a very unusual race car. The fans were also treated to another 2 races in the Radical Middle East Cup. One of the fastest and most thrilling race series in the region, the Radicals are true thoroughbred race cars and always deliver on the action. The series features two classes of Radical, the SR8 and the SR3. The SR8s, with 2.8-liter engines that hit top speeds of 320 kilometers per hour, going from 0 to 100 in 2.7 seconds. The top drivers, James Littlejohn and Tony Wells, last year's champions. And then there's the SR3s, featuring PowerTech 4-cylinder engines. They reach a top speed of 300 kilometers an hour and do 0 to 100 in 3.1 seconds. In the SR3, names to look out for: Maurice Faber, Amro Al-Hamad, and Mohamed Jawa. A new and promising duo to keep an eye on: Scott Balsden and Oliver Smith. Both the SR8s and SR3s are based on the Le Mans race cars, and with the full aero packages, they can pull 2.5 Gs around those corners and stay glued to that track. This weekend saw a return to form for Maurice Faber in the number 8 SR3 Supersport. The Luxembourg driver put on a brave solo fight to secure top step of the Supersport's podium in race 1.
I had a good pace, the car was brilliant, tech was good, no disturbance, excellent. Very nice play.
Amro Al-Hamad and teammate Rob Weldon also had a good day's racing, with the duo eventually taking the top step of the podium ahead of another strong solo race from Maurice Faber.
And it wasn't the best car, but still it was good enough. He gave me some gap, and I was relaxed. I couldn't see anybody behind me, so I was just taking my pace and taking my time.
Elsewhere, and it was good to see the return of Rafael Unzurunzaga, putting the new RXC Radical through its paces in the Clubman class. But the unbeatable team on the day was James Littlejohn and Tony Wells in the Masters Class SR8. With only Sean Stevens pursuing them, the British pairing showed incredible pace and cruised home to 2 victories, adding a raft of points to their championship tally. We keep up the pace now, but we're taking to 2 wheels for the Uae Sportbike Championship. Following a 3-week break, the riders were eager to get down to business, with some riders also enjoying a spot of festive fun on the last race day before Christmas. The Uae Sportbikes, there's 2 classes: the 600cc Championship and the 1000cc Invitational. The top 600cc riders: Abdulaziz Bin Laden, Gautam Melvaganen, former rookie champion Surya Raja, and last year's winner Mahmoud Tanir. Tanir is still trying to get a return to his championship winning form from last season, and this year that's being made even tougher by the presence of Abdulaziz Bin Laden and Gautam Melvaganen, both contesting the 600cc class for the first time and really turning up the heat. Bin Laden stamped his mark on the day with 2 clear wins on his Kawasaki, while second place was being fought over by Surya Raja, Mahmoud Tanir, and Gautam Melvaganen. But it was Melvaganen who secured a deserved second place on the podium, just ahead of Tanir in third place. In race 2, Bin Laden was again unstoppable. But Irishman Joe Oxley wasn't having such a great day on his Ducati. An oil leak from Oxley's bike caused the rear tire to break away, and it was race over for the Irishman. A retirement from Melvaganen on lap 7 meant that the battle for second place was decided by just half a second, with Tanir snatching the second step of the podium ahead of Raja in third. In the rookie class, Michael Collins once again dominated, taking 2 wins on the day and making his championship hopes look even more promising.
Speed is perfect. Of course I'm a Porsche fan.
We finish up with 2 races from the premier racing series in the Middle East, the Porsche GT3 Cup Middle East. This is the blue ribbon event of the weekend, the main attraction. Based on the iconic road-going Porsche GT3 RS, these Lechner Racing built cars hit top speeds of 320 kilometers per hour. 3.6-liter engines, maximum revs of 8,500 RPM. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 4 seconds. This is hardcore racing. As all cars are identical, close battles are always guaranteed. But right now, it's Clemens Schmidt who's out in front in the points, with Sheikh Hasher Al Maktoum playing catch-up. And it was no holds barred as the 18-car field went all out to gain vital points at this early stage of the championship. Race 1 saw the Al Nabuda Porsche of Clemens Schmidt once again back on the top step of the podium, ahead of teammate Karim Al-Azhari and Salman Al-Khalifa, returning to the series following his championship win in 2011.
It's the home race, so it's the important race for Al Nabuda, and we're lucky we get the maximum points for the team championship.
Race 2 saw battles taking place throughout the race. Faisal Bin Laden got off to a great start and worked his way up the field, only to drop off the pace later on. Meanwhile, Sheikh Hasher Al Maktoum also showed great form, clawing back 2 places to cross the line in 4th place overall. Just ahead of him and securing the 3rd step of the podium was last year's championship runner-up, Prince Abdulaziz Al Faisal. But even he had no response to the pace of Schmidt and Ashkanani, who were ahead of him in the lead. But it was such a close battle that on the final lap, the German and Kuwaiti drivers collided just 3 corners from the finish. But it was Ashkanani who came out on top to take the win.
Qualified on 3rd, finished 3rd, can't complain. The guys, Clemens and Zaid, were from the beginning of the race, they were just much faster than me, and I just tried to maintain position.
From the start of the race, he was behind. He overtook me on the first corner, then I overtook him back straight. And then, he was behind me all the race, and he tried to overtake me on the last lap, and we have a small contact. So
it was an awesome day here at the Autodrome. It was my first time that I visited here. It was an awesome race. And it's fantastic, and I will definitely come back the next year.
So, an action-packed weekend of racing and family fun brings the year to a close at the Dubai Autodrome. But we'll be back in the new year for more high-octane thrills. We'll see you then.